What's up, people? Be gay. Masculinity and almighty spirituality. Patience pays. The many, many benefits of being patient. Why patience is beneficial. BBD is gonna drop some big old bams.
Bam.
I've done a few videos on intuition and how the only plan you should trust too is the Almighty Father's plan. No human, no flesh and blood, no orange man who says China. On that note, funniest thing ever is sometimes I'll watch, because like the serious controlled oppositions on another platform, they'll give, it's a great challenge watching the controlled opposition, because I've talked about putting on them red pill lenses, and they'll give you sometimes like 60-70% truth, even higher, some much lower, some much higher. But that is like the ultimate discernment for your red pill lenses, is watching some of the controlled oppositions in the truth area of the interwebs and being able to cherry pick some of the true tidbits and right away be like, that's a lie, that's a lie. Because there's this lady, her name's Sherry Rye. Oh, I'm Sherry Rye.
Aloha Nui Patriots, how are you? And guess what today is? Taco Tuesday! Did y'all get your tacos? Taco Tuesday! Taco Tuesday! Did y'all get your tacos today? Don't forget, everybody get their tacos today.
They're the funniest videos ever because the information, a lot of it's terrible. And she's probably like in the 50% truth range. And probably lower. And so these military that are supposed to save America,
like Americans are getting ready to pray. I don't suppose they'll have any problems seeing the ball with their big American eyes. Yeah, good thing they had those big eyes so that they don't have to rely on that amazing American intellect. Oh, you said that stings.
you got all these inside underground military supposed to save America. Well, I'm wearing a Texas hat. Hey, shout out to Texas. If I were to move anywhere in North America, it would be Texas. The stars at night are big and bright. He's in the heart of Texas.
Well, where are you calling from?
Texas.
Where?
Honest. Listen, I'll prove it.
The stars at night are big and bright.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Point of the joke I'm trying to get to here is so these swamp drainers, let's call them, they're called white knights. That is the funniest ever. Because anybody who's in the red pill community, you know what white knights are. They're the Captain Save H-O-E, yeah. They're called the white knights. We got a bunch of Captain Save. Oh man. So it was a funny thing to share. Anyhow, on to the topic. In this state of the world right now, there's a lot of men that want to make something of themselves still. There's still some men with masculinity out there. Unfortunately, that's why they're wasn't an uprising enough of one, and there isn't enough of us. And that's why I dislike channels like them Cherry Ray, because it makes all the tough toting people in areas like that who believe the stuff that she's talking about complacent. Because like I said, you only trust his plan. You don't trust any of this intel, white knights that are gonna... No! There could have been, like, from a lot, and there still could be, especially from this state, but that's why that upsets me, because it gets a lot of the aggressive males down in the southern states just, everything gonna be fine and dandy. We got them, not all of them obviously, however, y'all know what I mean. There's a lot of men that want to get stuff done, and I've also said to detach from this world too. Because when I started the channel, it was basically, I was on a self-work journey. I was on a self-work journey, and I did exceptionally well, and that's, my videos were basically documenting the ideals and philosophies that I was adopting in my life, and a lot of them were beneficial. And then after all that implemented, I realized the ultimate end part to it all, the ultimate almighty cherry on the cake, is the Father in heaven. And then bam, you are a chosen one. You are in a good place. But for the men who still want to make something of themselves and detach from this world, it's hard, because you still require an income and inflation, and it's tough, man. I did what I had to do at the right time, and it was the guidance from the Almighty that helped me. That's why I said that's the end game. He has a plan for you if you accept him, that he has a plan for you. And you still gotta put in that work too. It ain't just gonna come for you, but he will guide you and show you the signs. It's not like he just opens up a cloud and says, this is what you gotta do. But if you listen, if you look at all the signs, if you got them righteous RP lenses on, you'll be able to see all the signs, and staying in constant communication with them, at least saying the Our Father prayer. Because I never got too much into those channels, because I was even gonna do a parody of one of them at one time, like the Dave Hodgins, and there's a lot of other ones, all the motivators, like, you gotta grip onto that mountain until there's no flesh left on your fingers, and you're gripping on the mountain with your bare bones, and you gotta run, you gotta wrestle sharks, and you gotta do it. You wake up and you do it no matter what. And that can be excellent advice. But for anybody who wants to be righteous in this world, you also don't want to get your expectations too high. Because let me let you in on a little secret, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know this. You can't get to that higher level, that a certain level, without being a slave to the less mighty. You have to sell out. You have to sell your soul. That's how it is.
Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, it's very, very important you subscribe, right? So hit that subscribe button as well. Click that link below in my description box. It just takes 2 seconds. Click that link below. It just takes 2 seconds. Do that now.
Because I ain't gonna lie, even though, and that's this. the self-work journey is what had me realize this. But when I started the channel and when I started the self-work, I also wanted like a big channel. I wanted to be, when I started, I'm going to be honest, I did want to be YouTube famous. I wanted to be famous. But then once I realized certain things, first being out of doing the self-work, that the whole purpose of the self-work is not giving AF what other people think and not doing anything for the approval of others and detaching from this world. So I realized the ultimate end game, I wouldn't even care. I honestly would not care. I would actually be upset, probably much less happy than I am right now if I were to have had what my initial imagination wanted. I'm not a big fan of people in general. I wouldn't want people recognizing me, and it would be nice once in a blue moon, but no, like it's, and the validation, and no, I would not want that. So the end goal would be in conflict with what the good end goal that I've mostly accomplished now. I still have a ways to go. That's what life is all about. This is a constant. I used to say in my old videos, you're never going to reach the top of the mountaintop in this whole self-improvement, self-work journey. However, you know what? That's why I say now that the Almighty Heavenly Father and being down with His Son Jesus is the ultimate end game. Because yes, that's as close to the mountaintop in this devil world you're gonna get. And I can say that with the utmost confidence and conviction. And patience does pay. That's why I'm still, besides, this is a great way for me to talk about my spiritual beliefs and my self-improvement journey, the self-work I've done, and that's why I'm keeping this channel alive too. Like, patience does pay. And I have an exceptional sponsor. The only one out of many offers that I'm proud to promote, the testosterone supplement. Link in the description and pinned comment. It's an excellent product. Actually, my largest meal, and it's not the way you should do it, but that's what works for me, is right before bed I have my highest protein meal. And I take a handful of supplements with that, and I've added the testosterone to that, and it doesn't bother my sleep at all. I have a great restful night's sleep. So everybody's different, however and I'm synthesizing my protons better. It's excellent for protein synthesis. It's the closest natural compound you're gonna get to the pharmakia stuff, the synthetic stuff that'll just mess up your hormones anyways. This won't. However, yes, be patient, and that's why you need the guidance, because everybody has different circumstances that only you can figure out, and only you can work it out with Him. He will show you your circumstances. So make sure you have that connection to Him and be patient. But you do have to put in the work, and it's good to grind. And if you like those motivational videos, great. I think I used to listen to them a few times before I didn't feel like going to the gym, and they got my butt to the gym. It was like, listen to this guy. He's running the 100K marathons on 5 hours sleep and a broken leg. Stuff like that.
At 43, I'm still putting 100-mile weeks, still doing thousands of pull-ups, thousands of push-ups, because I'm not allowing myself to become civilized. The worst thing that can happen to a man is become civilized.
So, yeah, man, like, those can be beneficial. Just remember, there's only a certain level you can reach. you're looking for that fame, and there's only a certain level you can reach without signing with your own plasma. Pray for your daily bread, and it will be provided. I have full confidence in that. He'll take care of your worldly needs, what you require here. And you don't require fame or validation from others. And honestly, guys, with all this alpha stuff and red pill and being a high value, high status man, I hate to say it, and forgive me if it's wrong to bring it up, but what did Kevin Samuels bring with him? And on the other side of the coin, where did he end up? We don't know, but what did... Y'all know what I mean. There's nothing alpha about being a high status man in this clown world that's imploding that he's probably gonna smash soon anyways. Because who are you on to impress? There's nobody to impress. There's nobody almost worthy of impressing anymore. Forgive me for having an ego, father. But honestly, it's sickening. I have nobody who I really care to impress at all anymore. And it's a great place to be. You have true prosperity in your mind, body, and soul. And you can acquire some stuff. You can acquire some toys of this world, like stuff with utility value. There's nothing wrong with boats and vehicles if that's what you want, and stuff with utility value and tools and stuff you can do stuff with. Heck, maybe even a gold chain, because gold's actually worth something. It's a real precious metal the Almighty Heavenly Father gave us. Probably the only, besides silver, the only real currencies that are real currencies from him, which have utility value too. That's why silver's probably gonna go up with all this solar green stuff that they're pushing us into, that they don't even have the infrastructure for yet. Let's shut down all the gas and stuff that's polluting the environment, and this stuff won't be running for another 20 years. This is gonna work out great. Buckle in, boys. I never wore any of that, but you got nothing wrong wearing a safety belt. That varies by circumstance too, because sometimes you're better off not wearing one. It's a double-edged sword. On that note, I wonder if there are people who are like hardcore seatbelt people, like, I'm never wear a seatbelt. Screw that! And they wear their masks all the time. That would be really strange. I never wear my seatbelt, but wear your mask. But patience does pay. Look at the signs, have your connection and intuition with the Father in heaven, and he'll show you. Look for the signs. Sometimes it takes time. Just stay diligent, do what you can in your current situations. Prep if you haven't yet, start a garden, grow. Stuff grows, man. There's nothing, it's a lot of work. Like, you gotta be committed. But even if you're growing inside, however, it's very, very gratifying growing your own food that you eat. It's your food. Love my beet leaves. Oh man, I've been eating beet leaves like mad. Appreciate you watching, and sure to like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new here, and check out my Turkesterone link and pin comment and description. May the Almighty Father in heaven, Jesus, be with you. I'm out of here. Peace.